This is how super empaths dominate narcissists without really doing anything. Narcissists fear super empaths because of their resilience and ability to take on any challenge. Already learned to use their unique skills to the highest degree, super empaths can intimidate and manipulate egotists. They're the only kind of empathetic person who will never hesitate to lash out against narcissists and deflate their inflated sense of self-importance. Super empaths are willing to teach narcissists their lessons since they are disciplined and moral. I will outline 5 ways in which highly empathic people may outshine narcissists. 1. Narcissists are threatened while in the company of a super empath. Some narcissists choose to remain mute when in the company of highly empathetic individuals because they are afraid of what could happen to their carefully cultivated public persona and exaggerated sense of self-importance. They're from that kind of empath, so they won't be bullied into silence or made fun of in public. If a narcissist is in the same room with a super empath, the narcissist will feel powerless. They may enter a room with a sense of assurance and project a commanding presence without worrying about being judged by the narcissists there. Super empaths have an authoritative and persuasive voice that can impart information, optimism, and inspiration, while also teaching disciplined attention to those who are willing to actively listen to them. 2. Super empaths may outwit narcissists in their own game. When so many people fall for their tricks, narcissists convince themselves that they must be exceptionally intelligent. However, super empaths may outperform them in numerous situations because of their superior intelligence, quotient, and intuitive abilities. They have learned to control narcissists through tactful interaction. As a result, persons with inflated senses of self-importance find super empaths as a source of danger and envy. They see highly empathic people as a standard they can never reach. For this reason, they consider them to be their rivals or competitors. They want to get ahead of them so badly because it will satisfy their pride. No matter how hard they try, they can't beat super empaths. Narcissists' attempts to one-up their arch-rivals will always end in failure. 3. Super empaths can silence narcissists. Narcissists are well known for being extremely talkative. However, they need to improve their ability to take into account the perspectives of others. They are convinced of their own superiority because they foster an idealized image of themselves to show others that they know everything. Super empaths often insist on starting each conversation. During their boastful remarks, super empaths may easily silence their narcissistic opponents. In order to bring the narcissist back to earth and deflate their inflated ego, a super empath will stomp all over their baseless accusations. Since narcissists are humiliated by the attention lavished on them by super empaths, they often seek vengeance by taking aggressive action. Instead of attacking super empaths, however, they attempt to keep their cool among large groups of people. They'd rather just be quiet and leave. 4. Those super empaths did not give up on the narcissist's attempts to control them. Super empaths are also book smart because of their diligence in learning. The vast majority, if not all of them, have a high IQ. This is why they know so much about everything. They have a head for the books and street smarts. They are well aware that they are in danger from the elements of the street and the individuals they encounter. They accept the fact that dishonest and manipulative people do indeed exist. Therefore, super empaths are used to the manipulations of narcissists. By avoiding being brainwashed, they easily triumph over the skilled manipulators. 5. The gaslighting techniques of narcissists aren't effective against the super empath's solid sense of self. Super empaths, one of their greatest strengths is their solid sense of identity at heart. They have an unhealthy familiarity with themselves due to their frequent self-analysis, analyzing one's inner state of mind. As a result, they come to accept themselves, flaws and all. Not only do super empaths recognize their worth, but they also don't require the approval of others to know it. They are completely at peace with their own unique personalities. They triumph over narcissists because they refuse to give in to gaslighting. If a narcissist fails to affirm a super empath's feelings and values, the super empath will do so without fail. 6. Super empaths will stand against narcissists and speak out against them. Justice is a virtue held by super empaths and one that they strive to maintain. They exert control over narcissists by constantly pointing out the absurdity of their actions. They will never ignore the shady dealings of people obsessed with themselves. For victims of narcissists who utilize sticks, super empaths are their voices and advocates. In other words, they will advocate on behalf of those who are unable to defend themselves. Narcissists believe they are too intelligent to fall for their malicious schemes. Super empaths, however, will show them to be erroneous. There is a sense of justice at the very core of every human being, and we will never allow narcissists to get away with their bigotry and self-centeredness. 7. Super empaths have the ability to read narcissists' thoughts and understand their body language. A super empath to read minds and decipher body language is second to none. Because of their special abilities, they are able to control narcissists by learning their true motivations. They have the innate ability to decipher hidden meanings and discern meaningful patterns. A super empath will pay close attention to a narcissist's body language and words when conversing with them. They have a running list of narcissist-specific terms in their heads, ready to deploy as a weapon against the arrogant. When super empaths see a discrepancy between narcissists' statements and their conduct, they don't trust the narcissists. Their exceptional ability to read minds and understand nonverbal clues makes them impervious to narcissists' deceptive ploys. 8. Super empaths can use narcissist tactics against them. Super empaths are able to imitate the thoughts and emotions of those around them. There are two methods that they use to achieve this goal. At first, super empaths utilize their mirroring skills to put people at ease. In general, we are more at ease and willing to share ourselves with someone who vibrates at the same frequency as ourselves. Super empaths may seem to take on the traits of others around them, but this is not the same thing as pretending to be someone else. The only reason a super empath would try to channel another person's vitality is to make themselves feel less isolated. 2. By employing their mirroring abilities, super empaths help narcissists see how offensive they are to others. Because they see it as their victims poking fun at them, narcissists hate it when super empaths act similarly. If a narcissist says or does something hurtful to a super empath, it will simply be reflected back to them, making the narcissist feel terrible about what they did. 9. Super empaths protect themselves from toxic people by putting up barriers. In order to protect their personal space and prevent others from taking advantage of their generosity, super empaths are adept at establishing and maintaining appropriate boundaries. They have the ability to control how much they give and how emotionally invested they become to prevent narcissists from taking their narcissistic resources from someone. Super empaths do not let them into their personal life. Therefore, narcissists may very seldom breach the defenses of a super empath. Therefore, it would be difficult to abuse this kind of empath. It's pointless for them to try to force their way in, and they'll quickly be worn out from the attempt. Therefore, super empaths will stop preying on other super empaths and instead seek simpler prey. 10. Super empaths didn't recognize the narcissist's fictitious authority. One of the principles that drives super empaths is the promotion of equality among those around them. They're not going to put up with anyone acting arrogantly around them. However, narcissists' inflated sense of self-importance makes them greedy for power. They want admiration, submission, and reverence to exert power over others. Super-sensitive people, however, cannot stand by while injustices like this one are perpetuated. By refusing to acknowledge the phony authority of narcissists, they will ultimately come out on top. Super empaths can tell the difference between good and wrong. Thus, they know when to comply and when to disobey authority. Super empaths have a variety of strategies for defeating narcissists. This way, they'll avoid being manipulated by them and subjected to their narcissistic abuse. Don't ever be the one to let those egomaniacs use you as a stepping stone. You should be able to fortify yourself against narcissistic abuse now that you have a peek at the 10 methods in which super empaths control narcissists. Keep your wits about you and be on the lookout since narcissists may and will pounce at any moment. Using the 10 strategies provided, you may learn to control narcissists and their attempts to dominate you. Have you enjoyed watching this video so far? I'm curious to know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day.